Avery's all in. Come join the show where treasures hide and good vibes grow from fines to laughs. Let's begin, you know the name, Avery's all in.
Hey, how we doing today? It is
Friday.
Black Friday to be specific.
Black Friday.
So hopefully everybody is having a good day. Hopefully they enjoyed their day yesterday with family, friends, whether it's in person, online, on the phone, whatever the case may be. And yeah, I don't know about you all, but hopefully you didn't get as much snow either.
Well, I don't know about an on the phone Thanksgiving. I like to eat my turkey in person. So I'm not sure
Not
about
everybody,
that.
you know, maybe it's not always about eating. No, it's about giving thanks.
Yep, that is true.
And we got J&J Family Finds in. What's
Good
happening?
evening.
How you doing today, Chris?
Hi, Chris. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Friday.
Hey, Dan.
TDK.
We are really jealous of your weather down there.
Right.
Florida. We are hating our weather up here.
That is true. I don't know. Did we send you a picture of what it looked like, Dan?
You were not paying attention to the group chat this morning.
Actually, as a matter of fact, I think I showed them on the live anyway, because I jumped on real quick.
So in Cleveland, where we are in the greater Cleveland area, we are at the edge of what's called the snow belt. Well, we're not in the snow belt, but the snow belt is the northeastern portion of Ohio along Lake Erie that gets hit by what they term lake effect snow. It comes across Lake Erie and hits the land and then like just dumps. So where we are at the very edge of the lake effect snow machine. But the machine was cranking out snow last night, and
yeah, it was actually pretty crazy.
It took me 30 minutes to dig out my van this morning. But this is a picture of looking out our back porch. It was just, I think we got between 4 and 5 inches. And I know points east of us were upwards of 10 inches. And I don't even know what happened like in parts of PA and Buffalo, because I know they were calling for more over there. So
all I know is I was at the warehouse all day working, came home to grab something to eat, take a nap, and coming home, it was snow blizzard. And then I had to snow blow the driveway to get out, because after the live, actually, I jumped off a little early to drive over to the warehouse, knowing I had to snow blow the driveway to get back to the warehouse, and there was no snow. So it's like the warehouse is 16 minutes away, no snow.
About 10 miles.
Yeah, no snow. And that's west, so it's kind of crazy. And then I came home, snow. I go back, no snow.
Yep, but so. It's all that lake effect. And I've always said this, I love being so close to Lake Erie, but I also hate it in the wintertime. So.
And where we're at now, no lake affected at all.
No.
As a matter of fact, no snow.
So we celebrated Roy's family Thanksgiving last Saturday. And we're celebrating my family Thanksgiving tomorrow. So yesterday we really, it was kind of a catch-all day. Yeah. Roy went to the warehouse. I stayed home. I was doing like home things and work things.
Home things like what?
Like cleaning and putting up the Christmas tree and laundry and cooking dinner, home things. Things that I don't get to do that often because I'm not home very much. And plus, I also knew that with the snow coming, I did not want to be driving.
Yeah, bad weather. She doesn't
in the
go
snow.
anywhere.
If I can avoid it and have work, sometimes our work is mobile and we can do it wherever we are. So I had work with me, and so I knew I didn't have to go to the warehouse. And Roy is the warrior. He's like, I can drive through anything. So he went to the warehouse.
Born and raised in it. So, it's the way it is,
Well, so was I, but it doesn't mean I like it.
Just doesn't mean I stop. I don't know. We had mail we had to do, and
Jenna is going to her mom's tomorrow too. Nice.
And actually, I had to go to the warehouse because we didn't do the shipping because we ended up emptying out both those storage units the day before. So instead of us doing our whatnot shipping Wednesday, we did storage units. So I had to go do it so that we could drop it off. And it was a long night. That's for sure.
And Chris had their family Thanksgiving on Wednesday. So yeah, you have to be like, with the craziness of people's schedules and, depending on what the family situation is and work schedules, like sometimes that one day, that Thursday doesn't work out for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can be flexible and, do it on another time, it's really about getting together and being together versus when, the day.
Yep.
Jenna said they were supposed to finish cleaning out the unit today with all the snow. They're going back tomorrow morning. Yeah. So you guys got some snow over there too. So you can see we're in a different setting. We are at my mom and dad's house, and they live in West Central Ohio. And this is the area that I grew up in, West Central Ohio. It's a kind of a small town, rural farming community area. We didn't grow up on a farm, but I have friends who, were raised on farms and stuff. So I have a little bit of country girl in me, but I've been in the city for 30 plus years. So, mom and dad, say hello. And just so if you want to see them, they were too shy to come on camera, but here's mom and dad. That's their latest church picture. I'm like, that's a really nice picture. I need a copy of that. And she's like, well, you'll have to take a picture of it. So anyway, but it's always fun to come back here, and I feel like I don't get back enough because it's a little over 3 hours. It's about 200 miles. And just with our busy scheduling. Yeah. So, but it's been pretty consistently this fall. I've been here
every month,
almost every month, maybe every month since August, because my niece got married in October. And then we had the shower in August. And then I think we were here in September too for something. Maybe not. I don't know, but exactly.
It's a blur.
Yeah.
So actually that time flew by. So,
but my mom has pictures everywhere in the house, but there are a couple that I wanted to share with you guys just because they're just the funniest pictures. And like this picture is in the bedroom that Roy and I stay in, the spare bedroom. So does anyone remember glamour shots from the 90s? There's my mom, my sister, and I in our glamour shots pose, all feathered up. And then this is one of my most favorite pictures of my son and I. He was 2, and we had family pictures taken. And that's Nolan and me when he was 2. I just love that picture. So just a little glimpse into my family since we're here, and all these pictures are everywhere. I could show you pictures for an hour, but you would be bored and wouldn't know anybody. So anyway.
Chris said, oh, wow. And J&J said, "Oh my goodness, how cute."
Thank you. But it's always fun coming home to mom's. And we do typically do a traditional Thanksgiving meal. And my mom is one of the best cooks I know. She makes an amazing pumpkin pie. I really only like her pumpkin pie. But she's always been an amazing cook. We always said you should have opened a catering business, Mom. But so I think a couple years ago, my sister made the turkey, and then I talked to her yesterday, and she was going to make the turkey today. And so she had the turkey in the sink, and she left for an errand for about an hour. And when she got back, her dog had got the turkey out of the sink, the raw turkey, drug it across the kitchen into the living room, ate about a quarter of it, she said. And so we are not having turkey tomorrow.
Sounds like a familiar story, though.
It does?
Yeah.
Why? Did that happen to you?
No, not to me, but
To someone?
you know, the main course got eaten and
Oh, yeah. Yeah, by the dog. Yeah.
A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
And they ended up at the Chinese place for Christmas.
Is that a movie?
Yes. You never saw A Christmas Story?
Oh, you know what? Okay. I know it runs like 24/7, like for days and weeks. And I think I watched it one time, but I don't remember all the details of it.
Well, you know, it's supposed to be filmed in Cleveland and all. So like,
Yes.
I grew up watching it every year for a while.
Okay.
But yeah.
So that happened in that movie?
Yeah, something similar. Yeah, I think the dog ate the ham or whatever, so they ended up going to eat at a Chinese food store for their Christmas holiday dinner.
Didn't we do that once? We were coming back, I think, from my parents on Christmas, or was that New Year's? No, I think it was Christmas. And we ate at that little I think it was like a Thai place in Berea on the square. Do you remember that?
No.
Do you know where the brewery is there on the lake?
I know what you're talking about. I think it's called like Sweet Basil or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't remember.
Okay. Well, I do. Sort of. So, yeah, I guess I need to watch that movie. I mean, I know all the parts. I know all the like famous parts, like you can shoot your eye out. Is that from that movie?
Yes, you'll shoot your eye out, kid.
And the leg lamb.
Ho, ho. And he kicks him down the slide.
And the tongue on the flagpole. Like, I know all that stuff. And I mean, I know people, the Christmas Story house is in Cleveland and people come to visit it like all the time. But I don't know. The movie never interested me that much. Okay, let me just ask you and just be honest. Was it a good movie?
I mean, I liked it.
You did like it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But again,
let's
I grew up
watch
watching it every year.
Let's watch it again together. Okay.
Yeah.
Not again, because we've never watched it together, but Chris said they had barbecue for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I am like, I mean, I love the Thanksgiving meal, you know, the dressing and the turkey. And I'm not actually a huge fan of turkey, so I'm not going to be sad tomorrow, but
I'm trying to think.
Ham, mashed potatoes, stuffing, corn. Like, I love all that, but like one time a year, you know. But I'm also
that with the Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
But I'm also not traditional. Like, I'm also open to being non-traditional. Like, we could have lasagna or pizza or, you know.
Well, we actually did have turkey with my family. My brother cooked it, but the lasagna didn't show up. So.
Well, and what was missing at your family's? The honey baked ham.
Oh, yeah. No honey baked ham. Well, last year Corey got it. So, and normally the person who gets it would be my dad.
Yes, I know.
So, unfortunately, it's been going on 3 years that he passed. So,
yeah.
But Maybe for Christmas.
Yeah, we should actually probably. No, we're going out for Christmas.
Yes, that is true. So probably won't have that either.
Yeah.
But hey,
I
I
was,
assume when we say ham, the honey baked ham, I assume there are people here that have had some, or I'm pretty sure they're almost everywhere, right? Maybe.
well, it's a spiral sliced ham that they put that honey glaze on. Now you could buy it in the grocery store, but it never tastes exactly the same. Like there's something about
No,
the
honey baked
ham
ham like that.
from honey baked
Yeah,
ham.
yeah.
Yeah. Because you can buy a spiral sliced ham with
Yeah, you
the
can.
glaze in the grocery
I
store,
know.
but it never
Not
tastes the same.
because honey baked ham is honey baked ham.
Yeah.
It's like Bob Evans is different from Big Boy, even though they cook breakfast.
Well, yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
But hey. Well, with it being the holiday season and it being Black Friday, did anybody do any shopping after their meal or anything like that?
And that is it's so interesting that you say that, do any shopping after their meal, because I remember at Thanksgiving's past where people would eat and then leave with all the newspaper ads in their hand and like where they were planning out where they were going that night or early that morning.
Out
yes,
before they started opening up stores after a certain time frame on Thursday. People used to go and camp out and wait for the doors to open. And oh man, it was so many fights and stuff that broke out. You always hear about on the news, and it's like,
yeah, like people grabbing TVs and I don't know, laptops or what else? Toys,
iPhones,
probably
toys.
toys.
Oh, yeah. Chris said, nope, don't like crowds.
Same.
It's a good way to be.
I've never gone Black Friday shopping and I don't ever want to. And now is the time where like there's a couple like major shopping areas that are kind of like neighborhoods that we travel in. But now is the time, like from now till after Christmas, I will avoid those areas completely.
Yeah, except
skirt around them or what one?
Tiedemann area.
Oh, I will try to avoid that too, except for that's where the Sam's Club is, where we get our gas. So I'll either try to go, early in the morning or like at a little bit of an off time. Not that there is an off time, but yeah, no Black. And I think, the internet has totally changed that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if people still go to stores even on Black Friday.
Well, now you have Cyber Monday too, so a lot of people, shop online.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think they do their Black Friday shopping online too. I mean, I was seeing Walmart Black Friday commercials like 2 weeks before Black Friday and Home Depot, like all the big name stores before Black Friday.
Yeah, and you got to figure the reason you would think that they would try to get it online as well is because then it kind of helps them with their stock and inventory. Instead of getting hit and slammed, people are online ordering and then they can really kind of.
Yes, but didn't they used to like bait and switch almost, or like they had this, crazy price on this TV, $49.99, but they only had 5 of them or something like that. Like when you had to go in,
but of course you never know how many people are coming for that.
Right. Yeah. I know.
So I always like the tool deals you get at Home Depot or Lowe's, like when you walk by the tool department and that's where they have all the tool kits, the sets. So like if I was working on pneumatic sets, then, I might be able to get like a pneumatic nailer, a finishing nailer, a brad nailer, and a framing nailer or something like that. So,
that reminds
that's the kind
me
of stuff I like to do.
That reminds
me.
Go
get some tools. Now it's not all about me, but I love tools. So
it's always all about you.
I'm just saying when I like the Black Friday shop. So
that reminds me of our most recent unit, all those nailers, little sneak peek into the most recent unit we got. Tons of nailers.
Yes.
Like 4 of them,
Actually,
like in graduated sizes.
well, it's the stapler, the brad, the finishing nailer, and the framing nailer.
Okay.
So, and basically, the only one I don't think I have is the stapler as a pneumatic one. But
Do you
Yeah.
need that? Like, do you need a pneumatic? Like, I'm gonna hook up the air hose to my stapler to. But that's when you're using
yeah. If I were like
many
using-
staples.
yeah, like if I were finishing a room and wanted to staple some of the door jamb stuff, framing.
Okay.
But
I don't know what you use staples for other than
you can
paper.
do that, or my brother, he builds his own frames and stuff. He could use either a brad nailer or
oh yeah.
a stapler. So because he makes his own art canvas
Yeah.
for his artwork. So I know years ago I got him a little chop saw because he wanted one. So he got a little miter saw so it can cut the frames. Yeah. The stapler, I have a couple of electric ones. So I mean, I haven't needed to have a pneumatic one, but I might find it anyway.
Jenna, you are so right. They need a tool and gadget for everything, and not just one, like multiple.
Yeah, like how many drills do I need and how many, saws, and like, I have the Sawzall, and then I recently, sometime this year, found a little handheld. It's about this big, and it's a little handheld Milwaukee like Sawzall, like it's awesome. Like, I'm chopping up furniture that's crap and I gotta throw it in the garbage. It's like, oh, let me go get that piece. So yeah, tool units. If there's tools or weapons, like any pew-pews, those I'm probably gonna keep. So,
well, speaking of tools and weapons,
ooh.
I don't know if anybody watches Jeebus, but he just got a unit recently. I don't know if he's put out any videos on it yet. He put little teasers out about how much he paid and a picture of the giant safe that was in it. I mean, the safe is huge. The picture of the unit, you could see, it looked like a lot of tools. So, oh, Jenna said, I can't wait to see the video Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I can't either. Oh my gosh, that unit, it looked amazing, but like he said, it was a big gamble. So we'll see. What else was I gonna say about Black Friday shopping?
Online auctions. We got an auction ending Sunday and we got an auction ending Monday.
Yeah.
So if you love comics or you know somebody that loves comics, www.recycleneo.com. There it is right at the bottom here. Scrolling right off the screen, and it'll come back. And you can access all of our current auctions. And then
which has tools in it.
Not the comics one.
No,
not the other one does have the tools.
Yeah.
We had a unit we bought a couple weeks ago, well, probably about a month ago, and we bought it because of a piece of furniture that we saw all the way in the back. So that's in there, and that's doing, about what we expected. It's actually doing very well in the auction. So you can actually, if you want to check that out, tools, knives. We have a consignor that we sold. Actually, it was the man cave, then part of the knife collection, and now we're on, I think, round 3 of the knife collection, because we got a little bit up front when we got the man cave, and then we got 100 and some knives for another auction.
Yes.
Now we just got another 50 knives, so that's in the sale.
Yes. Okay.
Albums.
So speaking of knives, I do a lot of marketing through Facebook Marketplace, and I woke up this morning and my marketplace account was banned. Like, I could not get into it. I couldn't see any of my listings. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So there was a button that would allow me to do a review. Hey, Michelle. And yeah, so I clicked the review and it reinstated my account right, immediately. So it was kind of an automatic thing, but It was the knives because I had knives, the word knives in my title. And I remember this from probably the last time we sold knives.
Mhm.
Do not use the word knives in anything. Do not reference knives because it falls into their category of firearms and weapons.
Yep.
And so
How you doing, Michelle?
I really had a freak out moment this morning, and thankfully it all resolved the way it was supposed to. But if I couldn't use Facebook Marketplace, like I do so much with that.
Hey,
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Yes. Hopefully your Thanksgiving is good. One of these days we are going to have to get together and do some smelting. By the way.
Yes. Oh, we know Jeremy and George went down and visited you
Yep.
guys, and it looked so fun. So we'll have to connect about that.
Definitely. As a matter of fact, funny enough, like the other day we had a pickup and somebody bumped our cabinet, like our
The glass cabinet.
yeah, the carnival glass cabinet, and all you heard was something fall over, and the guy thought he broke something, and it was your piece. So I put it back up nicely. That nice little piece of metal that says "Our Dream, Our Purpose." So
Yeah.
Made us
Which
think
is
about that.
Displayed right there with all the carnival glass.
Yep. So, but yes, if anybody is interested in what we're talking about or want to see it, check out Our Dream, Our Purpose.
On YouTube.
Yes.
And they do a lot of metal smelting. Is that what it is? Yeah.
So
all different kinds of cool shapes and designs, and yeah.
So that's going to be fun. And actually, I know Jeremy was talking about we should do like a get together and do that. So one way or another, maybe we can get some people together, because I know with this weather, I'm sure Jeremy and George are probably going to be taking off here pretty soon if they haven't already.
They're bugging out. They're putting in an exhaust fan this weekend so they can melt year round. That is awesome.
So yeah, when that's up, we can try and see about, hopefully getting out there.
Yeah. Because it's cold. It's getting cold out. And I don't like it.
So, yeah.
Jenna asked a question. Roy, how was your Whatnot show last night? So this crazy guy decided to take advantage of the 0% commission that Whatnot is offering today, Black Friday, from 12 midnight to 11:59 p.m. And so he went on about 12:15 this morning and sold comics for about 3 hours.
A little under 4.
A little under 4 hours.
So I was on at 12:18 is when it specifically started. I ended up finally catching that. I'm waiting for all the analytics so I can see specific time, but I got to a little after 4 o'clock in the morning, then I had to jump off. I sold 100 lots. So first I was like, let me just get to 2 o'clock. And then when I got to 2 o'clock, I was like, all right, if I go to 3 o'clock, I'm going to be pretty close to finishing off the sheet of labels. And then when I was getting close to 3, I'm like, man, I finally pulled the radio over and had some music, because for the first 2 hours, I had no background music. So it was just like talking to yourself in the middle of the warehouse. And it's like, that's all you hear. So once I put the music on, then I'm like, some good tunes came on. I'm like, man, we're about 16 away. Let's see if we can get to 100 lots. So ended up selling 100 lots. And the last lot was 4 amazing Spider-Man comic books that sold for $100. So I was
the grand finale.
Yes, the grand finale.
I had gone to bed at that point, but I was trying to do some modding from home, and I think I made it till about 2:30, something like that.
I just know when I shut down at 4 o'clock, whenever, there was still one person watching, and I came back and tried to see if I could get the analytics, and it was still one person watching. I assume her phone was stuck on.
Oh, I think it was the computer, because I was so nervous because it was our master account that I was looking at. I was afraid I was going to shut down the show, so I left my computer open, and I think my phone might have been open. I don't know, but I was afraid I was going to end the show accidentally.
So, but Sorry, I am tired.
So he's tired.
It was because I worked all day. I got to the warehouse at like what, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning I got there about 10:30 to clean up stuff from when so we got 2 storage units the day before, and we had to go to Akron.
We cleaned out 2 storage units.
Bring most of it.
In 50-mile-per-hour
Yeah.
winds.
So we went to Akron, picked up a unit, came back to the warehouse, took as much out of the trailer and truck because we had the small trailer. The other trailer, our big trailer's already packed. So we had to take stuff out of the small trailer enough in hopes to go get everything from the second storage unit, which I did manage to squeeze everything in the truck. But when we got back, it was like 10 o'clock at night. So I just kind of dropped the trailer and everything. And so I had to get up yesterday, go clear all that out. My son needed a haircut, so I popped by and did a quick buzz cut for him. I had clothes to wash. What else did I have to do after breaking everything up? I did have to sort some things out. I had to go recycle some things, had to go through some clothes, and then I didn't get to do the mail from our Tuesday whatnot. But I told Lisa I'd be home about 6:30 to grab a bite to eat. I knew Rob said the live was coming on, so I went to take a nap. Took maybe an hour and a half nap. Woke up, did the A&A, and then jumped off. Snow blew at the driveway. Shot off to the warehouse with about 45 minutes to go to get the show going. Put everything together on the show, and
then did the show himself.
And then when I got done with that, I did almost 3 hours of shipping. So trying to make sure everything was okay from Tuesday's show because we kind of, we were a little out of rhythm, so we didn't mark everything properly. So I just need to make sure I didn't put things in the wrong 2 tubs. So I had to go through all the videos and make sure I had the right items. But yeah, that's been the day. Went home, took a 3-hour nap, shower, and now here we are. So that is our crazy life right there. That's for sure.
Michelle says, enjoy the weekend, everyone. See you on Whatnot, just not tonight. It's insane. I know J&J were on a raid train earlier, and it felt like there was this energy, like this excitement, this buzz. So it was kind of cool, but I haven't really been on Whatnot today at all. We drove here. We were in the car for 3 hours and getting ready this morning, shoveling my car out and shoveling the driveway and the walk and stuff.
Yep.
So
yeah, it's been one of those days. And then when we go back, we got to work on shipping.
We got to ship the comics.
Actually, we got the comics to ship. We have a sale ending Sunday.
And they'll
we
be
have
shipping
a sale ending Monday.
And they'll be shipping from that.
So
and Monday, you said you wanted to do on Cyber Monday, you want to do another comic book show.
So yeah, it's kind of hard for me to buy when I'm selling, I mean, I know you always got to keep your eye out, but like, I don't need to buy anything yet. I need to get rid of stuff.
Jenna said it was a lot of fun. It looked like it, and would love to do one with our group of friends. Yeah. Her and I talked about that, like doing a raid, some kind of raid train, or maybe making up a new name or something, with, like what the Hales and J&J and maybe Conky would participate. Who knows?
A lot of maybes.
Yeah. It's all up in the air. But like one of our friends says, it's all figure outable.
Or as one of our friends say, it's FITFO.
FITFO.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But I always forget what that means.
Hey, Joe, you out there?
FITFO.
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm just like water. Like I can't keep enough water in here, but I don't know. Like I have a little strawberry in it and a little lemon juice. So I got like a little strawberry lemonade kind of flavor going on. He just walked in
from outside and was cracking up.
But I'm sure everybody's waiting to see what Joe says FITFO is. Because that's not my term. I just borrowed it from somebody else.
And I know we've talked about it before. And I know that I'm sure one of the F's is one of the F words. I just can't remember what all the other ones stand for. So tomorrow is Small Business Saturday.
Sorry. I don't know. Can I show this, Joe? Let me know.
Oh my gosh.
Figure it the.
Oh, yes.
Joe just sent me this picture. That's cool. You know, I am going to take a quick second to say, and I did this yesterday too, but you know, as much as it can be competition, like especially like when we get to looking at units, because I know in the air when Jeremy's in the area now, there's like 4 of us that are looking at the same units. Like Joe and I, Rob, Jeremy, we all really look at the same units, and like we can share in each other's ups and downs from it all, right? What I mean by that is like this, what we do, like it is very few people you can really talk to that are like, you know, understand, you know, how buying storage units are, or certain finds are, even to the aspect of YouTube, the recording of it all is just crazy. So even though, you know, we're on a live with Avery's All In, I do like to always point out again, I'm thankful that we have a great community of friends that we can really kind of, you know, sharpen steel against steel with, you know. And Joe just sent me a picture. I know yesterday Rob and I were talking about comic books and letting them know how the sale and whatnot goes with the comic books, you know. And Jeremy was sending some pictures earlier of some things found in one of his units, and it's just like, you know, and the thing is, we're all genuinely happy that people are, you know, finding
with their finds. Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that it has to be big scores, but it could be something like finding Batman or vintage toys, or, you know, sharing information about like the furniture we got, things like that. And, you know, people saying, oh, wow, oh, I learned something, you know. And I'm going to segue to that learning in a quick second, but, you know, not everybody gets that. Sometimes you tell people, hey, look what I found. And you're talking about this unit you got. And then somebody's like, so what do you want for it? Like, sometimes that's a turnoff. Like the minute you say, hey, look what we did this week, or we bought a storage unit and oh my God, I found the best score we ever did. And then somebody's like, okay, well, can I take that from you? You know what I mean? Like sometimes that, you know, so I gotta say, I do appreciate the community, because, you know, you don't have that. You just have people genuinely happy to see that you actually won big. Or I wholeheartedly believe the comic book unit we recently got, I know Rob is all over that stuff, so I wholeheartedly believe that he, you know, didn't take us over the mark where we wouldn't have got it and let us go ahead and get it. And Rob's that kind of person too. He wants to see you win. So, so I gotta appreciate that.
Yep.
About the learning part, in this community, we do our sales or our auctions, and there's so many people that teach us too. So like you can't learn everything, but like on our Whatnot sale yesterday, I had some comic book guys in there saying terminology that I didn't know. So I'm
like serious comic book guys, like the one guy said he was a 50-year collector.
Yeah.
So like imagine all of that knowledge that he's amassed over 50 years. Yeah. You know, he's the expert.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to connect with those people.
And I even told him, you know, I'm just going through, I have these comic books. We got them out of a storage unit. Here's the person, you know, he owned a store, a bookstore, yada, yada, yada. And so then they're telling me little things like, what is a severely rolled spine, you know, and stuff like that. Like, I didn't even know. I'm just like, the spine, I don't know what you call this. And
which sounds really painful, a severely rolled spine.
But, you know, I mean, they're just talking about what the terminology is like, you know, for certain things and I guess takeaways, or what would you call it? Not damage, but, you know, it wasn't stored right. So it creates certain issues. And this is the terminology for it. So
Jenna said, even the reseller wives, it's really nice that we can all relate to the work and lifestyle. Yep, definitely. Definitely. Huh?
You keep moving the table every time.
Oh, sorry. We're set up on a card table. So sorry about the wiggles.
Yeah, I can't complain. That was me yesterday. I kept bumping the camera. I'm like,
You
I hope nobody's.
You just
No.
did it.
My bad. But yesterday I kept bumping the camera. I'm like, I hope nobody's getting sick, you know.
No, it wasn't. I didn't notice it.
Oh,
I didn't really notice it. But I'm noticing it today now that you said that. Watching it with a meeting you and your group of friends, all a great group of people, positive and good for each other. Yep. And
Yep.
that is really what's important is that positivity, you know, it rubs off. You know, you surround yourself with positive, uplifting people. And it helps motivate you to, you know, be the better version of you. So,
you know, I'll tell you what, like, I'm going to share this story with our dream, our purpose, right? Like, we actually met Tammy actually because of what? One of your Facebook ads, or?
I think it was a Facebook marketplace listing.
It's been about a year. We had moved into our warehouse now. We had a bunch of stuff, so we were listing it to sale. And I was handling the pickup. And, you know, as soon as I started talking to him, he's like, you sound familiar. What did
Welcome
she say?
back, Dan.
She was like, you sound familiar. Do you have a YouTube channel or something like that? And, you know, it's funny that when that happens, it's just like, it's a little surprising that people actually watch our channel. But
yeah, it's surprising.
We've had that happen a few times where, you know, we do a Facebook market listing and somebody, you know, tells us they watch our channel. You had the one that messaged you. So she had somebody on the other side of town that they were messaging and maybe creating a meetup, or I forget what it was. No, you were buying from her on Facebook, and she was like, yeah, I watch your channel, by the way, or something like that. So, you know,
I don't remember the details, but yeah.
But I mean, it's always nice to kind of, you know, find people that, you know, they do take a liking to what our form of, I don't know if I'd say entertainment, edutainment. Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's, you know, when you have a YouTube channel, you pour heart, soul, blood, sweat, and tears into it. Literally, sometimes, like when you
she was bleeding the other day.
When you get stabbed in the leg, right, Jenna? So, like, for that effort to be recognized, it does make you feel good, because there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that nobody knows. So much time and energy spent editing, spent filming, spent planning, you know, so it is good, you know, to get that acknowledgement.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I feel like we stay humble enough where like we don't need it, you know, but it's nice to get it. So it's like that fine line.
I'm waiting for the day she's at the warehouse when somebody walks in and says, Roy and Lisa Avery, your Avery's all in, or I forget. It's happened a couple times, and every time she's not there. So, but TDK, Roy, how did the Whatnot show go last night? Well, you missed it. I already said it. You're just gonna have to go watch the replay.
Yes, Jenna. In the cold. The worst part. When are we moving souther?
We are souther right now.
We are. But we're not souther enough.
So Dan, the show actually went very well. I actually was on until a little after 4 o'clock in the morning. The last lot was 4 Amazing Spider-Man comic books that sold for $100. And those were, I mean, everything except like the Amazing Spider-Mans were pulled out of the box, and there were some good gems out of there. So the show went, in my opinion, it was very successful for what it was.
Yeah. And I think we're going to do it again on Cyber Monday, and I'm going to be there and help Roy this time. I just I couldn't do it at midnight.
And it wasn't bad to do it myself. I just obviously had to do it deliberately slow so I can make sure I didn't screw up like orders and stuff. And then I'll still have to go and double check them. But had to make sure everything was labeled properly so it'd be easy to look it over and review it later and make sure everybody's order is correct.
And my wife reminded me that she got to meet us first. She was kind enough to get a picture and send it to me.
Yes.
Well, you were able to meet him at the Winking Lizard, but
Yes.
we've never met in person. So I look forward to meeting
Yes, I
you.
met him at the Winking Lizard, and funny enough, I introduced Jeremy to them as well because I forget how we were. I forget how it came up, and I don't know if I brought it up or Jeremy, but we were talking about something in the idea of actually like smelting, you know. And I think we were talking about gold or whatever, and how, you know, it'd be kind of sweet to be able to melt our own gold, you know, and melt it in our own blocks and stuff like that. I believe is what it was. And I'm like, you know what? There's somebody here that might be able to help us with that.
I know a guy.
Yeah. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, you want to go meet him? I'm like, all right, cool. Boom. So, and then I took him and introduced him specifically to, you know, our dream, our purpose. And lo and behold, he did go ahead and connect with you guys and do the video. So that's awesome. So, but TDK said, I love the restaurant.
Winking Lizard.
Oh, yeah.
You probably ate there a few times because it's like right there in Peninsula. And I think it's the only one of 2 restaurants. Yes. I want to come out when you guys melt. Definitely.
And Dan said a few times.
Yeah. So that is, I don't know if they still have a lizard there. There are multiple Winking Lizards throughout the greater Cleveland area. And they always had, each location used to have a big lizard in their front lobby area. But
no, they don't still do that.
Did they all get rid of them?
Yeah, it was like health code violation or something.
Yeah, but they had them for years.
What does that have to do with when it becomes a health code violation?
Okay.
I forget exactly what it was, but it has something to do with like it became like a health code violation or something about keeping it clean or something like that. There was some issue.
I understand it.
Upkeep for what they needed to do.
But I mean, for so many years, all of these locations had a lizard in a, I don't want to say a cage, whatever they're called, that lizard terrarium, enclosed space. Let's just say that.
So, yep. But that's what they ended up doing.
Oh, and they give you, you can get popcorn from the popcorn machine when you walk in there.
Yes.
I love that.
I'm not much of a popcorn fan, but when I go there, it's like, so my son's group home is close to a Winking Lizard. So like if I'll go swing over there, take him out to lunch or grab a bite to eat, we'll go to Winking Lizard. And the last time we were there, he's like, you're not getting popcorn? Like, yeah, no, not today, you know. But normally I'll get a bag, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I just like to get a bag of popcorn when I'm there.
And
usually it's hot and fresh and not burnt.
Yeah, it's popcorn machine popcorn. Like popcorn machine popcorn is always good. It's like movie theater popcorn.
Yeah, and they had the movie theater salt and all that stuff. So yeah. But anyway, well, I will say Q&A in case anybody has any. So we're coming up on our time, but we will always like to open the floor for ask us anything, any questions, anything coming up, I don't know, it could be something as simple as like auctions or online auctions, shipping, how we do high bid, you know, whatever the case may be, feel free to ask. And as a matter of fact, I got a text today, by the way, on the way out here. So speaking of, if there are any questions on, you know, even auctions, like next year we'll do a live auction, by the way. You know that, right?
Yes.
I got a text from Mark, the owner of the School of the Auctioneer, and next week they start their next auction class as of Monday. The first week of December, they're doing the next auction school. So of course he asked the following week
Oh,
for us to come
okay.
in and
Wow.
yeah,
That
so it's
went
that time already.
fast.
Yeah, every 3 months. So you guys went what?
It was the end of September because my birthday fell September 23rd. My birthday fell on the first week of class. So it was the last like 2 weeks of September, but it rolled a little bit into October.
So we're already to the next class and next generation, and you and I
Wow.
will be going in, and now she can actually feel like she's a part of the class and teaching. Before she's like, I'm not even the auctioneer and da 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 da. Well, guess what?
So do we
She
need
is
to put
now the auctioneer as well.
do we need to put that on the calendar?
Yeah, I gotta. He said Tuesday or Wednesday, so yeah, we'll
Okay.
have to look, but we can wait till we're done.
Yes.
So I also got to put the word out to, there's somebody else I need to reach out to too. I want to try and bring somebody else in for the panel. So we'll do the morning where we talk about the online and go through all the online stuff, and then we will, if Jeremy's still around, then we'll do a whatnot.
Yeah.
And if not, I don't know. If not, we could probably handle a whatnot show.
Sometimes Jeremy flies in for the show if he's not here.
Yeah, but normally
for the show,
normally
for the
he's not
class.
here, but he's still here, so he might fly out and not want to come back to this weather when he finally gets out of it.
Well, I mean, but he still does. So
are you and Lisa going to go in there and talk to the new students? Yes, sir. We get to talk to the new students of every class, and they do it every 3 months. So probably second week of December. I won't say probably. I was told the second week of class. So if it starts next week, the following week, Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll be in there.
So the day that Roy and Jeremy were there and teach the online auction version of auctioneering, Roy's done that now. This was what, your fourth or fifth time?
Yeah, I started for your class the following year ago. So this would be the 5th or 6th, yeah. So
yeah. And I almost always would attend the class with him, and I would just kind of sit to the side because I wasn't an auctioneer. So I really couldn't. I could add stuff about how our business is structured and how we do things a little bit, but not having the license,
Now she has the license and she's still probably going to sit there because
because he's the teacher.
You're already doing everything you're supposed to do anyway.
I know,
except live call, but
yeah. But you're the teacher person of us. You're the stand in front of a crowd and talk, and I'm the sit behind the scenes and type.
So yeah, we'll be doing that coming up here. And I thank you.
He is really good. He is, it is definitely one of his gifts. It's not one of mine. And so, why should I try to take over when Roy's the star? Everybody knows it.
Avery's all in. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Roy Avery's all in. That's what it is. It's Roy Avery's all in.
But so yeah, that'll be happening. And then wow, we're coming up on the end of the year, and
I know, I feel like it sneaks up on you, and then you got to start thinking about goals for the next year. And we've talked about that kind of stuff, but yeah.
Oh well, I already have goals in mind for next year, so
I know.
I don't know about you yet, but
you got them on paper? Did we write them down?
Oh, well, I keep them right here.
Yeah, I can't see up there.
Well, when I do put them on paper, you just say that's impossible. Can we do something different?
Wow. Wow. Let's see what Chris's question is.
It says, how do you run your auctions? I let Lisa do everything, and then I just smile.
Hey, Miss Lachey.
Hey, Miss Lachey, how you doing? Please
enlighten me. Why is Roy the star? We were talking about Roy teaching the online auction portion of the auctioneer school, and he's been doing that now 5 or 6 times.
This would be the 6th time, yeah.
And now that I have my auctioneer license, I will be able to teach as well.
I mean, she already could. She just didn't feel she could.
I didn't feel qualified.
Yeah.
And now I'm qualified, but he's still the star. Like, he's still the teacher. Like, that's his skill set. He is comfortable leading and he's good at it. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep. So when Chris said, how do you run your auctions? Meaning like what platform, or because we do all online, and actually funny enough, the Whatnot is online, but it's actually kind of a live call. So I've been trying to get a little cadence voice with that, but I think I probably would have to slow our auctions down a bit, but that's a little different because when I'm thinking of, so let me just circle back. One of the biggest things that I've had the opportunity to learn, and I'll say this, when people think of auctions, like I'm going to say Rob's been a very good mentor for us, right? And we talk a lot of things. He's been doing this way longer than we've been doing it. So a lot of things that we come across or have troubles with, he's generally already got the experience. And we're able to talk through different scenarios about it. So one of the things that when I think of Whatnot and I think of auctions,
Chris had, just to clarify, she said online auction, not Whatnot.
Okay. But whether it's online or Whatnot, it's at the same token, it's how many lots can you sell within a small time frame is what it comes down to. So with Whatnot, it's how quickly, if we're on for an hour, how many lots can we sell an hour? The faster we sell lots, the more money we make. If it's online auction, it's how many can we sell in a month?
We need to start calling him the Godfather.
So our online auction is we run through the HiBid platform. And one of the reasons why is because they give us a dedicated site that we connect to our website. So if you go to our auctions,
and honestly, like, we wouldn't even need our website that we have, recycleneo.com. We would not need that website because HiBid gives us a website, a landing page website. So we could technically just run off of that. And there are auction houses
well,
that
we could
do
run our auctions off of that, yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, our website isn't mainly the
no, but there are businesses who run specifically only without.
right, but
I'm just saying.
so we have more information up there than just our online auction, though.
Right.
So that's why,
I think websites are important.
So, but the online auction, it gives us the dedicated page, which is why we're on HiBid, and the interface and the platform is actually pretty easy for the most part. So, and it gives us a lot of controls for it, but that's how we run them through HiBid. And it is a lot of work, though. Don't get us wrong. Like, trying to run 1,000 lots a month is not easy to keep up with, for sure. And we do, I mean, we're very small. So, it takes a lot of work to do it. So sometimes, you want to go out and buy a storage unit, or you want to buy a buyout that you see, but, we have so much already to sell. It makes it hard sometimes to buy, even though we still end up buying. But, just have to be more cognizant, especially in our smaller warehouse. Shay said, got it. Great job. TDK, Rob is the grandfather. Was his selling isn't the only job. There, you got to do all the packing, shipping, and local pickups. Exactly.
Yeah. And that's with our online auction and with Whatnot, because with both platforms, we have local pickups, we have shipping, and what was the other thing he said? Yeah. Packing and shipping.
Yep.
And local pickups. So
I think we do a lot. Our pickups, obviously, with our online auctions are a lot more, though, because we do bigger pieces, and
Yes.
We do have a good following though, because we were working with another company when we first got started. So we've really just been building for, I'd say, what, 7 years now? We've really been building our local online audience. And the place we first started before we got to HiBid, it was a lot of local audience. So it wasn't much shipping done on the platform.
Right.
It wasn't made easy to add shipping to it. And most people, they were local. So why would I have it shipped? And I'm like, 2 cities over, I'll just come pick it up. So,
and that is another reason we are using the HiBid platform. We wanted that broader audience. We wanted to increase our shipping because it just increases our bidder base.
Yeah. And the more shipping we have on a sale, the more small collectible stuff, the more people in the auction, the bigger like that is really.
Yeah.
But the local crowd though, like we have this local crowd, and I think somebody had mentioned before, like when people come in, like we know people, it's kind of like, I hate to say the thought of Cheers where everybody knows your name kind of deal, but we have a pretty good base of people locally that
repeat buyers.
Yeah.
Yep. That's our community. Yeah. That's one of our communities.
Yep. You got people that come in and they'll bring us, they sent Christmas cards or holiday cards or bring us cookies or donuts or what. I mean, like we have people that they come in, they're like, hey, you said last time you loved this. What was it? Spud Nuts, I think you were talking to somebody about before. So they brought us in Spud Nut donuts. And it's like, so we have a pretty good audience. And then even better, like it's funny because we actually have a pretty good core of veteran audience too. And a lot of that is because anytime we see veterans that come in, we want to make sure we say thank you for your service. We've given out hats, hat pins, flags. We went and got this load of stuff that we were going to put on eBay, and it was brand new stuff. But it just seemed a better fit, even though we did spend money, that we were giving it out to.
We gave more of it away probably than we sold.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. But at the same token, it was worth it,
Yes.
And because of that appreciation, and we tell everyone when people come in, we're veteran friendly, very big veteran friendly business. So, so it's not surprising how big of a military or veteran audience we do have, because we make time to, address that and thank that, so that being said.
And not that we've made any kind of formal connections with the thrift store down the street, but there's right down the street, the place that we donate to frequently is Second Mile, and they do veteran outreach. So that is one of their ministries. And so it's kind of like we're giving back in that respect too. Not just donating to Goodwill, but donating to a local organization that gives back to the community through their veteran services.
Miss Lachey said, how is the cookie jar shipping going?
It's all done. Thank goodness.
Yeah. And actually, like the funny thing with that sale is it wasn't even all cookie jars, but the cookie jars were a pain, and it was a lot of them. It's funny because we had one order and somebody ordered 41 movie posters, and I had to stuff those in. I stuffed them in 4 different movie rolls, and we had one guy order over $1,000 for like 7 or 8 movie posters. Like all that got done in the first couple days, and that wasn't as hard as the cookie jars, but that was a lot of shipping in itself. We had like over 50 packages go out. No, let me correct that. We had over 50 invoices. We probably had close to almost 100 packages go out from that sale alone. So that was crazy, but they're done. And I believe our last cookie jars, actually one of our last cookie jars was delivered. We don't know about the other one because they reached out and said, I only got one. Or did you ship them separately? Which it says we ship them separately. And on the boxes, I write like 1 of 2, 2 of 2, or if it's 4 of them, 1 of 4, so it's like it was
1 of 19, yes. 2 of 19, 3 of 19.
That was
4 of 19.
That was our largest order, 19 cookie jars. Yeah.
What was that one guy's name though that we sent all of them to?
Big Daddy. That was his email.
Okay, I didn't see the last email he sent.
I forget his name, but that's the way it comes up.
So we
So our biggest order, the 19 cookie jars. To answer that, go ahead.
He sent us an email, said, "Thank you for all your hard work. Everything arrived safely and will be added to my collection this weekend." So
So that was, I mean, we haven't got anybody that said it didn't arrive safely. So that right there tells me it's the biggest order. Everything arrived safely. I'm hoping so.
yes. When I was doing more of the packing, Roy has really taken over the packing because he is the master. But that was me too. Until it got delivered, I was holding my breath and praying.
Yeah, so we did good getting those out. And actually, that was a lot of packaging material. But I
Oh
honestly,
my God.
if you really look at the packaging material, like it was only like about 150 to 175 bucks. So even though it was a lot of stuff, it wasn't costly, even though we weren't ready for, I wasn't ready for all those cookie jars, that's for sure. But I'd say probably half of them, if not more, shipped. So, and that was crazy. As a matter of fact, did we show the picture what at one point?
And actually, so we're about 3 weeks out from that adventure of shipping all those cookie jars, and knock on wood, we have not gotten one like response that a cookie jar didn't make it. So
This was at one point before Lisa helped me out. Let's see.
let me see if I can
There we go.
find the picture of my van.
So I was working on cookie jars before Lisa helped me out. And let's see. Yeah, it was a lot of cookie jars. That's for sure. And she packed the order of 19 with me. She helped me pack an order of 14 and an order of 11. So those were our biggest orders. So there was a bunch of small individuals, couple here, a few there, 4 or 5 maybe. But the big orders I always save generally for last because I'm trying to figure out boxes or how I'm going to do it. And yeah, go ahead.
Here's my van. It was packed full heading over to UPS.
And that was one time.
Yeah, that was one.
We did. Well, I had to do that a couple times. So, but
yeah, that was just one time.
So
I hate that van. It's a love-hate relationship, but we can pack a lot in there. That's for sure.
Miss Lachey said, "No news is good news."
Yep.
Chris said, "Whenever I buy fragile things, I'm on pins and needles till I get it." And funny enough, like when you think of you're on pins and needles, like I didn't actually put insurance on any of it. And the reason why is because usually a lot of times, it's easier just to get, kind of insured ourselves, right?
Well, each package has $100 worth of insurance.
Yes, now it does. That is true. So in this particular case, each package had its own insurance as well. But like if it was a whole order and all that order fit in a box and one thing broke, it's hard to kind of break that out.
Right.
I mean, you still can, but because you're not really getting the shipping costs. But a lot of times, like when that happens, it usually isn't as much to just simply refund them than to actually pay for the insurance, right?
Right. Right.
But what I did learn with fragile stuff like the cookie jars is I pack stuff in there. So instead of it just being the hollow cavity, if it's bouncing up and down from them tossing the box around, it's packed with, usually I'm packing it with packaging paper.
Yeah.
And then surrounding, wrapping it with bubble wrap and then putting it in a box big enough where you have at least a couple inches of packaging peanuts around it. And I actually do like the compostable ones now. Used to like the regular styrofoam packaging peanuts, but I prefer the compostable ones now because I feel that I can get a better cushion.
Dan does a really good job packaging too, with all the bubble wrap and peanuts.
Definitely.
I think you guys are comparable packers.
Somebody's got to be the packer, right?
Yes, the master. The biodegradable ones, yes.
Yes. But actually, in most places, the biodegradable ones are more expensive.
Wow. So you have a little bit of experience. Oh my goodness.
And you know, actually, like when you think of that, like those are the numbers like, all right, when I think of this business and somebody like mentioned, you know, how do you do the online auctions, or how do you sell, or how do you goals? Let me put it that way. Like that's a goal. Like I would look at, like he said, he shipped over 10,000 packages. And I'm like, all right, when do we get there? You know what I mean?
How do you know we're not there?
I don't at this point, but what I do know is like we bought
Go ahead.
We bought the package of all those shipping labels, and you know, my thought is how fast can we get through them? Because that was 6,000 shipping labels.
Yeah, but we also use them for other things.
I don't. But that's
So
not the point. The point is how fast can we get through them, and we,
yeah,
you know, because I see it this way: if it's shipping and going out the door, that means we're making money.
yep,
You know,
that makes sense.
items being shipped means you're making money, and if you're making money, how fast can you ship those items? Oh, even better, how fast can you sell them to ship them, which means you make even more money faster.
He's the master.
Anyway, Chris said, wow, that's a lot. Yes, it is. So I would definitely agree with that. That's a lot. Just like, you know, I know roughly Rob does about 2,500 lots of a month. Jeremy does roughly about 25, 26 or 24. They're about the same a month. But he does roughly 100 lots a day, Jeremy on Whatnot. Rob does his auctions, but when you really kind of look at just the lot base, like, I mean, when you look at that lot count, I mean, unfortunately, we're liquidators is what it ends up being. That's just what we are. You know, the goal for us is in our business to make more money. You got to liquidate faster and quicker and a lot. Yep. It's just, so you got to buy a lot to liquidate a lot.
Yep. Like I put our eBay store on sale yesterday, 40% off. And I was like, I was going to exclude some things that I like just listed. I'm like, well, I could probably get full price. And then I changed my mind. I'm like, no, let's just get it out the door. And I actually sold one of the teapots that I listed that I thought about keeping at full price, but now it's gone. We've sold it. It's gone. Let's get that money in and use it for something else.
Get the money in, reinvest it, and find something to make more money.
Yep.
So, and one of the things like you guys are hearing a little bit as I'm talking about like liquidating goals, how to liquidate, how fast to liquidate. I mean, these are things that like, I tell people in the auction class, these are the things I'm teaching people. If you're going to do online auctions, here's how you have to go into it. It's not just that, you know, oh, I'm going to sell something in auction. You know, you got to go in and you have to figure out how to make the goals, and those goals, you know, are what makes you money.
Good evening, Black Queen. Thank you for the kind words.
Thank you. I didn't catch all that though. Good evening.
I love seeing you two. Lovebirds, powerhouse couple.
Thank you.
TDK says, as Jenna says, get it out of here. Yep.
If it's sitting on the shelves too long, it's got to go. How much? And I always think of shelves as real estate, and that's what I tell people in the class. You know, and only the few of us here are getting a quick idea what it is. You know, the way we teach the class. You know, I mean, everything sitting on the shelf is taking up real estate. If it's going to take you 12 months to sell a $20 item, like, is that $20 really relevant in 12 months? In my opinion, it sat there for 12 months. I lost money on that, a lot of money.
Yeah.
I could have liquidated it for maybe, instead of $20, I could have got rid of it for 10 in a few days, a few weeks, as opposed to 12 months just to get the full price of it. And then I could have taken what I got from it and then reinvested it to find something else that's going to pay us more in profits. So, you know, everything's real estate, and the real estate in space is the most valuable thing you have. So Empty Shelves is an auction house. Empty shelves are great. But
Yeah, but
Go
there's
ahead.
also a but to that.
Yes, there is.
Because when there's empty shelves, that means there's no inventory. So either you just sold it all, and that's a good thing, or you sold it all and now you got to fill it up again. 'Cause
Yes.
that's the cycle.
That's the liquidation cycle. Yep. So, it's always great at the end of an auction to see it go out of the door. And like I told Lisa and, talking to a few other people, like my biggest goal is if the trailers are empty, then I'm trying to keep the trailers full, so that all we have to do is pull stuff out the trailer. So, and I know somebody was telling me the other day about, you're the king of trailers, you got your trailer game going. Cause I was trying to buy another trailer recently. And I was talking to Lisa about this, but I told people I actually want our business to have about 6 trailers. So, and a shipping container. So those are,
You need a property for all these.
we have a warehouse and we have space around it.
We do not have space for 6 trailers.
I didn't say we were going to have 6 trailers there, but I mean,
need
that's
a
the business. It doesn't
We need
matter
a
if it's a
property.
property. It's having a big enough place for our business.
Yes,
to be
you're
and
right.
expand.
We absolutely need a bigger place.
But
We're in agreement.
yes, but what
No
property are we talking about?
No buts. Yes. Just yes.
She
Period.
wants the property to be home.
Yes. Period.
She wants the property to be home. I'm thinking, whether it's home or not, it's, having a building in a parking lot large enough for you to have a fleet of
My
vehicles.
motto is take the money and run. If it's nothing special and easily replaceable. Absolutely.
Yep.
Jenna says, this is our life, Lisa. Yep.
Yep. See, that's what Lisa wants. She wants her driveway to be lined with 6 trailers because that'd be property. But I do have specific trailers in mind. I will say that it's not just 6 enclosed trailers or 6 big trailers. There is a something up here that is working in the background that says,
ooh, something
This
up
is what you
there.
need,
Something
so,
up there.
but I mean, I'm trying to, and I look at it as bottlenecks. So it's always trying to figure out what's the bottleneck in our business right now and how do we overcome that bottleneck. I'm a very big proponent of overcoming obstacles. So it's like, all right, here we are, we have a problem here. So, okay, let's just think through it and figure out how we resolve it. This is what we need. Okay, when we do that, and it relieves that pressure, now you work until you get that next pressure point and you just keep relieving them until eventually you have this business that just flows.
So Dan says there's a method to your madness.
Yes, because I am a madman.
Yeah.
With
Sort
a
of.
method.
Sort of a method.
So, it's a big method.
Well, hey, we got to jump off here.
Yes, we do.
We have to go to the grocery store yet and get some ingredients for what we're contributing to tonight. Well, tomorrow. Yeah. Which is
we're going tonight to get what we're contributing tomorrow.
Yes, which is salad. We're bringing the salad. But I'd rather go to the grocery store tonight, which is open until 9, and then get up and have to go tomorrow.
There you go. Method man.
Method man.
So
everybody have a great weekend.
Yes.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
We so appreciate it.
Yep.
If you want to check out any of our auctions, there it is again, www.recycleneo.com. If you want to reach out to us, you have our email address down there as well. Or if you want to send us a piece of mail, there's our address as well. And I know some of you in the area might pop in and say, what's up? Just make sure you call first.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Black Queen says, can you start with 2 trailers and work your way up? Absolutely.
already got 3 trailers.
You can start
2
with
enclosed and 1, and we are working our way up.
the one that we started with was a small open trailer. So
Yes, and we still have it. Actually, that was the one I was hoping to replace. So, but yeah, we still have it. It's been repurposed now. Funny enough, I know that I'll show you this one thing before we go, if I can find it. But our very first
just
trailer.
kidding, we're still here.
Oh,
And Dan said when we started, we didn't even have a trailer. Yeah. So I mean, there are definitely you build your way up. You
we didn't have a trailer
continue
either.
to grow and scale.
We didn't have a trailer. We didn't have a truck.
business.
Well, Lisa had a van.
Yeah, I've always had a van, but
Okay, so here is Recycle NEO. I'm gonna show you this real quick. This is how it ended up getting started. So the recycle part is because that was the garage.
that was our garage
So
back in 2019,
Yeah.
2018 probably.
my riding project, Lisa's bike, and then I had, let's see, one project bike there, but it ended up being 5 motorcycles in there because I was finding motorcycles and putting them back on the road, and that was kind of where the recycle, which is a play on words, came from. Here's another picture of the garage where you can see this one had 4 motorcycles in it. There it is. So there's a blue one in the back there. And then, you know, and last but not least, this is where didn't even have a truck. Got our first trailer. I was driving a Chevy Impala, 2008 Chevy Impala. I put on the receiver hitch and there's the trailer. And that's our first trailer, and we actually still have it. So I was using it to pick up storage units, using it to pick up motorcycles, using it to cart stuff, you know, whether it was mulch or whatever. And we still have that trailer. Now we have a truck. We have three trailers now, including that one. And yeah, so, but we appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great holiday, and we'll see you next week, right?
Yep. See you next week. Have a great weekend. Thanks all. Love you.